Right, okay. So we put the tweet out yesterday. You can see what's there, and you guys responded. I think we've got 8 replies. I just wanted to dive in and do this. So what we're going to do is a little walkthrough of how to use the QV kind of scoring system for long-term holds that we went through earlier this week, back end of last week. I forget what it was now. So the first one comes from FI Challenge, Waggy. Okay, now Waggy is a name we know already, but plays for Barca, and we're just going to take him through and we'll give him a QV score. Okay, and this is more to kind of just show you how to use this and how to kind of rationalise any sort of decision making or anything like this. Okay, so he's 20, that's what we kind of needed to know. Okay, so capable of earning dividends in the first 30 days. Okay, is Waggy likely to get any kind of game time for Barca in the next kind of 30 days or so? If you look at the back end of last season, he was getting minutes here and there, and Barca's games, can we click on Barca? Yeah, we can. Barca, the games they've had so far, also they're playing later on, but he didn't start this game. Sure, he was on the bench, 95% sure of that. Nelson Semedo started, and Waggy was not on the bench. Okay, so although we've only had one match day, okay, but when you look at this team here, we know Sergio Roberto can play right back as well. Then I'm going to say Junior Firpo, he's a left back, but that's the kind of backup full back they're nominating for the bench, you know. So I'm going to say no. He's not capable of earning dividends for his IPDs, especially in the first 30 days. He plays in Spain, so that gets him 8 points. If outside the Premier League, likely to move there, or at the very least be linked to the Premier League. And if they're already in the Premier League, are they eligible to step up to the top level? I would give that as a yes. Okay, now the reason I would give that as a yes is because of Yerry Mina. Okay, was signed by Barca, had a lot of hype about him, didn't quite pan out, and also we know he's at Everton now. So because of that kind of precedent being set, and we know how many players have Stoke signed from Barca, and this type of thing. So could he be linked? Could he be linked to a Premier League team going forward? I think he could quite easily. It's conceivable. If they don't meet criteria 2, which is what league they play in, are they likely to move to a PB league with or without? Okay, so we can ignore that because he did meet criteria 2. Are they at, or would their next be, yeah, he's at a top club. Okay, so he gets 10 points there. Can they earn dividends out with the 30-day period? I think as the season goes on, he will have the potential to win some sort of dividend, maybe an IPD or something like that for somebody. And you necessarily don't need to earn that IPD for your hold, but as long as somebody else has the potential to, that stimulates growth and price movement, which is why we have that. So yes, he does. His age is 20, so he's younger than 21. He gets another 10 points. He will be in the Champions League, so he gets 8 points if he does play at all. A pre-established ceiling of a comparable or significant, blah 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 in the index. Okay, now even if you just look at Nelson Semedo, because Nelson Semedo is a direct comparison in terms of everything. If he's starting for Barca, everything else. He's a little bit older, of course, but he's at 50 pence at the moment. And if we look at Waggy, so directly straight away, his actual direct competitor is basically the same price. Waggy's a little bit more expensive because he is younger, really. If you're then to look at fullbacks that are, let's think about Real Madrid. Okay, let's think about Real Madrid. Can we have a quick peek at Real? Sorry guys, so this isn't scripted. I'll go through this as quick as I can, but I'm going to try and make it as informative as possible, how you kind of decipher where people's values are and where they could be and that type of thing. Okay, so we look at the squad. Marcelo is a fullback, Danny Carvajal, Ferland Mendy. Okay, I'd probably take Ferland. The problem is these guys are European, so they're not really a strict comparison. Let's have a look at Atleti. So who's their backup fullbacks? So also we know Lodi and Arias. He'll be a good comparison. Arias. Let's have a look. And Versalco's injured. So let's have a look at Arias. Okay, he's been at Athletic for a year. He's not really featured too much. And he's at 33 pence. Okay, again, he is older. So I think he's got a ceiling of where he could move to. You could look at any fullback and go, oh, well, Trent Alexander-Arnold's £3, but it's not really the same thing. So I wouldn't give him 10 points there. You've tracked his price and you've identified a safe buying position. That's up to you to determine. I would say at 50 pence now, with the amount of games he's likely to play in the immediate future, I'd probably say it's not the best time to buy him. And is he English? No. Okay, so what do we have for Waggy? We have 8, 18, 28, 38, 48. Okay, so Waggy gets a score of 48. Okay, what do we have for that? 30 to 50. And you can see the thing we have there. Be prepared to likely weather periodic dips and potential stagnation. Likely to have a low cost with a longer term period for hold to achieve target profit. Likely to have multiple opportunities to sell and rebuy. Speculative hold. I think that's quite accurate actually, isn't it? The next one we have comes from, so we'll just like that so we know we've done that now. Laettner, okay. That's the Norwich guy, I think, isn't it? Let's look at him. Laettner. Laettner. Or Laettner? I'll say Laettner. Okay, he's German, he's 26. Midfielder for Norwich, he's played both the games. Okay, cool. I know the Norwich are playing them out, it's 2 each as we record now. Okay, cool, so let's jump back into the QV. Okay, so capable of winning. Oh, let's uncheck all the Waggy boxes. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Cool. So Laettner, capable of earning dividends in the first 30 days, is going to be a yes, because Norwich are a goal scoring team. He's playing for them, and yeah, I think that's pretty straightforward. He's playing in England. There's an R10. If he's outside England, or if he is in England, would he move to the top? It's very early to say. It's unlikely at this point. He'd be moving to like a Spurs or an Arsenal or a Barca or a PSG or something like this off the back of what he's done already at Norwich, so you can't really give points there. Criteria 2, would his next move be? I don't think you can really say. Yeah, don't think he's getting points there. Can he earn dividends out with the 30-day period? Well, he's going to be playing a lot for Norwich, and from what we've seen of Norwich already, as I just said, they're very attacking and very forward thinking, so the potential for assists and building up a lot of key passes, that type of thing, definitely is there. How old is he again? He's 26, so we get 6 points there. He's not in Europe. He is European national, but I need to change that to eligible to play Euros. He's not going to get in the Germany team. Currently has a pre-established ceiling of a comparable example with a significant higher value in the index. That one again. So let's have a look at Laettner. So what we're thinking is a midfielder. Have I spelled that wrong? Laettner. Of a midfielder, defensive mid, 86p. Wow, okay. 86p. Somebody who is more expensive than him, that is in a similar position in the Premier League, okay, in terms of a non-European team. Do you know who's probably... A lot of the Villa midfielders, Grealish, McGinn and Douglas Luiz, are probably decent examples on paper, but they've all got little caveats that this guy doesn't have. John McGinn, you know, has got a lot going around him now, media-wise attention, because of that random Man U bid, and Grealish is Grealish, and then Douglas Luiz being ex-Man City. So who's our promoted team? Sheffield United, right? Okay, who does Sheffield United have in terms of star midfielders? This guy seems to be playing every week. Sheffield United. We'll just have a quick glance at maybe somebody, and we'll look at another squad in the Premier. Somebody's maybe a little bit above this level of newly promoted. Fleck, Bulldog, Ollie Norwood. Right, let's have a look at Ollie Norwood. What is he priced on the index as? He's just retired from international football, so he's pretty much the same as this boy here. Ollie Norwood, 76 pence. Okay. If we think about in the Premier League, another team. Let's think about Newcastle. Okay, what about a Shelby? Shelby's a little bit different, I suppose. He is English. Let's have a look at Shelby. What's he priced at? Jesus, to help if I could spell. Shelby. John Joe Shelby, 40 pence. And he's got more going for him. He could make a random inclusion into the England squad, certainly. What about Burnley? Burnley are a better team. They're not as fashionable, right? Let's have a look at Newcastle, because I think there might be somebody else there we might want to have a quick comparison against. Last one, okay. You could go into more detail with this, guys, but I'm just doing a quick skim. Jack Colback, Isaac Hayden, Key. I don't think any of these guys are going to be priced anywhere amongst that. So in terms of, he's got somebody to kind of match up with, I don't think he does. You've tracked his price and you've identified a safe buying position. Well, right now, today, it's not, so it's one of those ones. That might be a yes for you if you've been tracking him. But let's see, what do we get? 10, 20, 36. 36, and it might be 46 if you're tracking him, but he falls into the same category really regardless. So we get a 36 for Laettner, same as Waggy, a speculative hold, and you've seen all the stuff we spoke about earlier. The next one, let's uncheck these boxes. We're picking up a bit of speed here. Let's try and do this a bit quicker. You'll do this in your own time, at your own pace, of course, guys. The next one comes to us from, we've got Laettner in there, Javis Lager. Okay, now I think he's a Salzburg player who just went to the Bunde. Schlager. I like saying that name. Schlager. Alright, Schlager. How'd you spell his name? Is that what I've put? Or have I just put SH? I'm at it. Schlager. Javis Schlager. Okay. Javis Schlager. 24, Austrian. Does he get capped? That would be interesting. Does he get capped? Yes, he. No, under 21s. Okay, so he might be getting capped up. Okay, I'm happy giving points for that side of things. Wolfsburg are in Europe as well. And he's played and he's scored really well already, so that's good to see. And his previous club was Salzburg, right? Okay, and he has been capped for the main team in Austria, right? Cool, right, this will be fun. So Schlager, capable of winning divs in the first 30 days. Yes, he plays in Germany, 7 points. Could he be linked to the Premier League? I think he could. Yeah, if he's a passing midfielder, he does well in the Euros. He gets Europa League minutes for Wolfsburg. I think that is possible. We gave it for Waggy, kind of because he's a Barca, Wolfsburg. I'm not going to give him points on that. I think it is likely, but I think you would need to wait a little bit longer. Maybe one. Let's have a look. Before he went to Wolfsburg, let's put in Schlager transfer. Schlager transfer. Was he linked to anyone before he went to Wolfsburg? I know we'll be really digging because his transfer was through a while ago. Admits Arsenal ambitions. Okay, a quick glance at that. Doesn't look like a terribly reputable source, of course, but Austria worldwide midfielder is a huge fan. Midfielder. His set his sights on making it. Okay, cool. Let's give him points for that. So we already have some sort of quote from him, even though the source wasn't that great. There's a direct quote there. So cool. We'll give him 10 points there. Next, would it be a top 6? If it is Arsenal, it's hard to say if it would be Arsenal or not. It's not definite. It's not like he's a Havertz. You know, if Havertz was to leave, he's definitely going to that top level. That's what that category is really there for. Can they earn dividends with the 30-day period? Yes. He'll be playing a lot of football. Where are we at? His age, was he 20? What age was he? Sorry guys, my bad. I'm just going to unplug the charger, it's just annoying me. Profile was 24, so how many points do we get for that? We get 8. Plays in the Europa League, let's give him 7, plus the 2 for his nationality. Pre-established ceiling, blah blah blah, that one again. So we've got Schlager. So what we're thinking about is exciting Bunde midfielders, 93 pence. I would definitely put him on par with like Cuisance if he didn't just move to Bayern. And who else? Maybe Weston McKinney. And then any of your kind of Leipzig kind of guys. He's at kind of around that kind of price. McKinney. 70 pence. So I don't think he's got... Yeah, I don't think he's got a massive ceiling of growth just based on who he is right now and where he's at. So I'm not going to tick points on him for there. You've tracked his price, you found a safe buying position, that's really up to you, and he's not English. Okay, so we're looking at 10, 17, 27, 37, 43, 52. Cool, so we break him into 52 and you'll get 62 for him if you reckon you've tracked him. And he's in a good position to buy if that's your opinion. So let's have a look at 50, 75. Form, fitness and dividends, or at least the displayed potential for, will stimulate growth. Likely to have a higher commission threshold, so entry and exit point are key to profit. Likely to be volatile to real world events versus competitors in the marketplace. Safe. Okay, cool. So if you bought him versus buying like a Cuisance or a Weston McKinney or whatever, but if they go on and play well and this guy doesn't, you might find money switches out from him to them. Or likewise, if he gets injured, people will drop him because he's not going to be featuring in the Euros or, you know, whatever it might be. Cool, that was decent. And it's surprising, guys, when you do this, how accurate, you know, I'd be 10 years challenge, that kind of definition that goes next to these people once we've done it. Tyrone Mings, okay, so we don't need to do too much on Tyrone, because we kind of know a bit about him already, but just need to check his age out. And his price, really. Tyrone Mings, his age is 26, okay. And how much is he priced at? Because he's getting a bit unloved now, Mings, you know, and if there was a few injuries to some people, the rumour of an England call-up wouldn't be out of the question. Whether it actually happened or not, of course, is another matter. So, let's have a look. Okay, so, okay, cool. So, capable of winning dividends in the first 30 days. Could he score? Let's see, does he have a goal scoring record of note? Because I don't see him getting a clean sheet at Villa anytime soon. Oh, they got a clean sheet last night, didn't they, actually? I'm tripping. 7 rating. Yeah, okay, he's got 1 assist. Okay, let's give him it. So he could earn divs in the first 30 days. Yes, he plays in England. Yes. Could he move to the top 6? No. If he does meet criteria to, would his next move be to, I don't see him going to like the next level of team really. At the age he's at, he might get, if he did get signed for like Leicester or Everton or something like that, I don't know if it would be to be a starter. So I'm not comfortable giving him points on that. Could he earn dividends out with the 30 days? Yes, he probably could. His age, what was his age again? 26. Okay, so we get that. He's not playing in Europe. He's not going to be playing Euros. Pre-established ceiling, significant higher value. That one again. 81 pence, pardon me, for a starting centre-back in the Premier League at a lower team. Let's think. That boy at Sheffield, I like the look of, is called Jack O'Connell. That's what it is. He's 52 pence. Let's think. Lascelles. What is he? 40 pence? Yeah, I'm not comfortable. He's the best kind of price for who he is and where he is. Okay, you've identified, that's up to you, and he is English. So we get the 10 points for that. Boom. Okay, cool. So, Tyrone Mings, 10, 20, 36, 46. And I'm quite comfortable with that as well. Tyrone Mings, 46. The next one is N'Golo Kante. Okay, now we're going to be able to rattle through this one really quickly. I just need to know his age. Okay, he is undervalued. I kind of know this already because I've been kind of hawking him. And if I'm not playing today, and assuming it's an injury, he's not even on the bench, and Chelsea only have 6 subs. But he's definitely underpriced. Certainly, we just need Kante's age. I don't need to check anything else out for him because I know he's like. Well, we'll get his current price because that is important, I suppose. Kante, his age is 28, so we just get points for him. And last I seen, he was at like 85 pence, 89 pence or something. Not played today, he's probably to a dip. 79p, he's well undervalued. Right, okay, cool. Capable of earning divs in the first 30 days. Let's say no, because he seems to be injured. He's playing in England. If he does meet criteria, his next move, if he leaves Chelsea, it's to Real Madrid or PSG, really, or that type of level of team. Can he earn dividends out with the 30 days? Yes, he can. He'll be in the France team. His age, he's going to get 6 points for. He is in the Champions League and he plays for France. He's getting 10 points there. He's got a pre-established ceiling of his own price as well as other people in the marketplace. And you've identified, I'd say that is a safe place to be buying him at. So Kante gets us a rapid score of 10, 20, 26, 36, 46, 56. Cool. So again, we get into that category there. The same again. I'm quite happy with that definition as well that goes alongside him. The next one's Callum Wilson. Okay, so I'll go back to the Twitter. So Tyrone Mings, Kante came from Mantis Petriakis, and Tyrone Mings came from Avinash Sharma. Football Index Stories is going to give us Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson. I'm just seeing the time on the video, guys. I really wanted to do all of these. Let's just keep going. Callum Wilson. He's priced at 121. I think that's a relatively fair price for him, to be honest with you. If we compare him, I'm just going to do this quickly just before we get into the list. Okay, let's think of another striker who's at Bournemouth's kind of level. Let's think about even Vardy. I know he's older, right? Jamie Vardy's in the top 200. Okay, let's think about West Ham Haller. Nah, Chicharito. Nah. Let's think about Newcastle, Jollington. Nah, it's not really too comparable, is it? I think it's a pretty fair price for him, to be honest with you. In terms of his own ceiling, Oh, where has he went? Wilson. In terms of his own ceiling, yeah, when he's scoring, he's on form. He has room for his own growth. Okay, so we'll give him that. And his age is 92, so he's 4 years younger than me. He's 27. Okay, so we'll get points for age still. Cool. Callum Wilson, let's through him rapid. Okay, yep. With his next move, I guess it would be, but will it actually go through? I don't think so. Can he earn dividends out with the 30 days? Yes. His age, we don't get any points there. Pre-established ceiling, it's not with a significant higher. Oh, it's a comparable. Yeah, okay, I'll give him that. You've tracked his price, and if you have or you haven't, it's up to you. But it is English, so we'll give him the points there. So we get 10, 20, 30, 36, 46, 56 is a minimum on Callum Wilson, same as Kante. And you get 66, and you might get, if you believe he's got a big move in him, like a Chelsea or something like that, I don't think that's the case really anymore, then you could probably get him into that top category just about. But that really depends on your conviction on the player and what you believe is possible in the future for him. So thanks very much for the Callum Wilson one. Rolando Mandragora. It's a name I've seen dotted about. I know nothing about him, if I'm being truthfully honest with you. I should give him up. There he is. So he plays for Udinese. Is he a goalkeeper? No, he's a midfielder. He's 22. Okay, this could be interesting. I need to know a bit about him if we're going to be talking about transfer stuff. He played Italy under 21s pretty well. Played Serie A. He's got good stats last season, 7s and 8s and that type of thing. Okay, does pretty well. Accurate passing's high. Okay, cool. I like the brief look at this guy. Okay, and so he's 20, and let's just see his price on the index. I like the look of this guy, by the way. Mandragora, 64p. Okay, I think he's undervalued. If you think about Barella, Tonali, these guys, yeah, he's undervalued. Okay, so we can do that quite easily. So capable of earning divs. Yeah, he's going to be playing. He's in Italy. If outside the Premier League, is he likely to be linked? I think he will be. If you look at the links at Barella and all these other guys I've had recently, then yeah, he could get linked. If he does meet criteria too, is his next move? No, I don't think necessarily it's a top team he moves to next. Can he earn dividends? Yes. He's got top points there. Udinese are not in Europe, and there's nothing to suggest he's going to be in the national team for Italy yet. That could change. Pre-established ceiling, we're giving him that. And you have identified a safe price to buy him at. He's been on the up recently. If you think he's still undervalued, then you can tick that if you want. That is up to you. 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55. And then again, you're getting more points if you've been tracking this guy or you believe his next transfer is to a tippy top team. We've only got 3 to go. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll just keep going, guys. 3 to go. Mondrago. Thank you very much for that, SM, Sean Mack. I'm going to look into him more later on, probably. Dennis Bouanga. Not a name I'm going to say rings any. It's a very kind of. It's got a lot of common syllables in it. Bouanga. If he was one of these like random teams in Africa, I wouldn't be surprised. Gabon, yeah. 20. Okay, cool. 10. Let's see. Is he playing? He's playing, and he's wow, 90. School. Okay, cool. Right, sweet. Like the look of this guy already. That's sweet. Excellent. And then on the index, what do we get him as a price? Bouanga. There he is. 65 pence. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say he's undervalued. If you think about guys like there's none jumping off the top of my head. Jesus, who is the guy I'm thinking of? There's a bunch of midfielders. Guys like, I know he's not a midfielder as such, but guys like Yusuf Attal and these kind of guys that play for these lower teams. I know Saint Etienne historically had a big team, right? But I think at 65 pence, he scored a goal already, and you've obviously seen what that's done to his price. So again, I think he has more room for growth, certainly. And what age was he again? He was 24. Okay, cool. So he's a wee bit older. Capable of earning divs? Yes. He's in France, so we get 6 points there. Could he be linked at the very least? I think I'm going to give him that again, to be honest with you, because a lot of French league players do get linked if not moved to England. Is he necessarily going to move to a top team? There's nothing there to suggest that to me at this moment. You might know more, and you might give him points for that. Yep. Is he playing in Europe? I don't think Saint Etienne are in Europe, are they? Are Saint Etienne in Europe? Not played any qualifiers, and I don't think they finished that high in the league last year. But we do need to check that out because that is important. Let's just check this out real quickly, guys. Sorry for how long the video is. I hope you've enjoyed me just kind of showing you a walkthrough of how I kind of think about these kind of things. And yeah, between matches or something, you might be listening to this. Switch on and off, guys. Pause it, go away, come back to it. It's up to you. That's cool. We're almost at the end, and if you suggest a player, you probably want to see what we're going to say about him. You've probably skipped to that point. St Etienne are in Europe. Beautiful. Okay, cool. Magic. We really like the look of this guy then, because they are in Europe as well. Boom. Europa League, 7 points. And they're not. He's not a European national. We're giving him points there. You've tracked his price. That's up to you. He's not English. Okay, so we get 10, 16, 26, 36. He's 24, isn't he? 36, 44, plus 7, 51, 61. Okay, so 61, and if you think you've tracked him pretty well, I guess you score a 71, and then you're getting really close to that top bracket again. The next one we've got is Rabiot. So we just need to check Rabiot's age and his price. And the thing with Rabiot is we're not really too sure how much he's going to be playing, because that midfield at Juventus is majorly packed. And we've not seen them play yet. They'll play later tonight. And I can just keep this here for his age as well. He's 95, so he's 7 years younger than me. It means he's 24. Cool. So Rabiot. Capable of earning divs, yet to be determined, but we'll put that as a yes, okay? Let's say he plays once or twice, he could get an assist. Italy, if outside, I don't think he's going to link to anyone anytime soon. That's not possible for me. He's just moved to Juve on a big deal. He is currently at what I'd call a top team, so let's give him 10 points for that. Can he earn dividends? Yes. His age is 20, whatever we just said. I'll check it out again. Champions League, could he get in the France team? He could. I don't think he will. Pre-established ceiling of a higher value, I think 106. If he plays, he's got room for growth. So yes, let's give him that. Can he earn dividends? Yep. Oh, sorry, we went backwards. Pre-established ceiling, we've spoken about that just now. You've tracked his price. Let's have a look at his price right now. Do you know what? I think it's a relatively safe point to buy him at, so I'm going to give the points on that because he's on a downward slope. Boom. Okay, cool. So let's see. Rabiot gets 10, 15, 25, 35, 43, 43, let's say 53, 63, 73. Okay, so is he just under that top? Yep, 73 is just under that top bracket. And you'll be giving him more points if you think he's going to be... is there anything we can give him more points for? I think if you think he's going to get into that France team, he gets another 2 points. That pushes him up to that top bracket there. So again, quite happy with that. And then the last one we've got is Mahe Doherty. Okay, Mahe, the boy at Wolves. Okay, 65p. Yeah, an attacking fullback in the Premier League in Europe. I think he is, so thank you Soccer Ball Index for that. Oh, wrong button. Thank you Stuart Crawford for your Rabiot. And finally, Rambo Polis, thank you very much for Doherty, okay? He is Irish, which is slightly going to count against him, but this guy ticks all the boxes, I think. He's undervalued in the marketplace. A Premier League, European playing, attacking fullback at 60 pence is definitely undervalued. How old is he? That's the last thing I need to know. 92, so he's 4 years younger than me. That makes him 27. Capable of earning DS? Yes. If he's outside the Premier, he is in the Premier, sorry. Sorry guys, my screen just went dark. There we go. He's in the Premier League. Is he going to move to a top team? If he did, that's where he'd be going to. I don't see him moving, but if he does, it'll be somebody like Spurs. I don't see it happening. Can he earn divs? Yes he can. Age, we just about get there. He's in the Europa League and he's going to be playing for Ireland, so we get points there. Pre-established ceiling, I've gave him that already. Tracked his price, I'm happy with that. He's not English. Okay, so my Doherty would get as a score of 10, 20, 30, 36, 36 and 9 is 45, 55, 65, so he gets a score of 65. Mahe Doherty. So a lot of these guys, all of them guys pretty much come into that 50 to 75 category, so you can see the definition for them there. And a few of them are just missing a little chink and a little more substance to get into that top category there, all the players we had submitted to us, okay? But as you can see, that's how I work this. This is when I'm thinking about long-term holds, and this is, as I said to you before, short-term clarity can be got from this system as well. But yeah, that's basically how I kind of talk myself through when I'm talking about players, or for myself, my own portfolio. Should I buy them? Will I buy them? That's how we do it, guys. Thanks a lot for everyone who dropped a random name for me to talk about in the video. The video's been half an hour, so thank you very much if you're still here. If you are still here, I want a comment from you down below. What do you think? Anyone else? Give me some interesting scores of players you've found. Like, share, subscribe, retweet, all that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.